So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can build a high converting Shopify dropshipping product page that converts like crack in the 80s. And I'm going to give you everything that you need to know in terms of the actual layout, the structure, and also some other examples of high converting stores, so that by the end of this video, you have actionable tips and stuff that you can actually implement into your dropshipping store, make changes, and turn more traffic into buyers. Now, first and foremost, I just want to show you some results that we've got from actually implementing this strategy. You can see here, these are from our own stores, and even teaching it to students, they can go from 0 to 30K a month with a 4% conversion rate. So I'm going to show you all of this stuff here. You can see here the above the fold and everything, can give you some more examples down here. And I do also want to say before we jump into this is that you need to make sure that you have a good product, a good offer, and a good creatives, which is for a separate video. But if you don't have those, then nothing that you do to the product page is going to make any difference. But providing you've got those things, let's jump into this video. So first and foremost, we have above the fold, and above the fold is essentially everything that loads before the customer has to scroll further down. And to be honest, this is the most important part, because a lot of people will make a buying decision based on what they see on this information. Now, I'm going to show you a desktop version, of course, but you always want to optimize for mobile first, because 80 to 90% of the traffic is going to be on mobile, but it's just easy for easy viewable experience. I'm going to show you this on desktop. Okay. So first and foremost, we have the hero section above the fold, everything that people see before they actually scroll down. And 9 times out of 10, it will be this information here. Our goal at this point is ultimately to give the customer as much information as possible in order to make a buying decision while still looking stylistic and not overcrowded. So here are what you need to focus your attention on. The first things first is having high quality images with benefits. And some of those images that you need in your stack are going to be things such as a hero image, which is the first image, before and afters. If you're selling a problem solving product, you want to have benefits with key features, which again, I'm going to show you some examples of some other stores. You want to have a comparison, which is also another good one. So showing how your product is superior compared to any alternative solutions that are possibly out there for your product. You want to have stats as well, which is another good image to have, and then also testimonials to back up with social proof. So to show you what some of these images look like, I'm just going to go through and have a look at some of these websites. You can see here, this is their hero image here. We've got another one with some key benefits, again pointing those out. You've got another one again with some key benefits and some social proof, being vegan and FDA approved. We've got a before and after here. We've got this one, which is also statistics, like I mentioned, and then testimonials. Okay, so again, with this one here, testimonials, you can see. Let's look at another one. You can see here they've got their hero image, again with some text on there, before and after. They've also got testimonials, as you can see in this one here. Benefit key points drawn out. They also have statistics, before and afters, and you get the point. Again, another one, you can see here that this is their hero image here. Benefit points, they also have a comparison, so that product against just a normal support, and some other images as well. And I'm going to show you one final one. You can see here, fairly basic hero image, but you can see here benefit points pointed out, authority figure, before and afters here. They've got some testimonials, and they also have again a comparison. They have a few more comparisons as well in terms of products, well, other solutions. So the bout versus chiropractors, the bout versus painkiller, and the bout versus generic other brands. Okay, so that's what you need to have. High quality images. Don't skimp on your images. A lot of people, just skimp on it and just whack up any old image. Put some time and effort into it. Now, the next thing that you want to have is you want to have some sort of social proof at the top. This is something that you can have, or you can move it down. I'm going to show you some more examples of this. Another thing that you want to have is obviously a product title. Now, I personally like to have the big idea in the title. So for this example, you can see it says clean your dog in seconds. If you're having something else such as this daily bout, for example, it could be daily bout, get rid of back pain in 7 days, or your money back guaranteed, or something like that. Maybe not that as long, but just maybe, get your money back. Next, you want to have reviews, review stars. This is just from any app. There's loads of apps out there that have it built in where you can obviously have the stars. So you want to have that. Another thing is you want to have benefit bullet points. You want to make sure that these are, again, the main benefit points that people are going to be buying the product for. So whether these are eliminating any sort of pain points that they have or the desired outcomes that people will have with this product. You want to make sure that they're there. Typically keep it to 4 to 5. You don't really need anything more than that. You can see here, this one says for this specific product, we've got cleans in seconds, fits any garden hose, removes stubborn dirt, veterinary approved, and easy to install, right? If you continue to move down here, we have the bundle. Now, again, your bundle will change depending upon your offer. So whatever your offer is, if you're selling something, whether you're doing buy one, get one free, whether you're doing buy two, get one free, or whatever it may be, you want to have your bundle offer here. You always want to have a solid offer. And I'm going to show you some more examples when we go on a little later in this video of some other stores that have some other offers and how they're laying it out, because you don't have to lay it out like this. And this is Kaching Bundles as an app if you want to get something that looks like this. Now, moving down, again, still on the hero section, we have the additional benefits, trust and social proof. It don't have to be something like this. When we look at some examples, it may just be additional trust, or it may just be additional social proof, whereby, you move something like this down underneath the add to cart button, or money back guaranteed along with some trust badges and the icons like Visa, Klarna, American Express, etc. Again, you'll see some examples. And then another important part above the fold is making sure that you have drop down FAQs. You want to make sure that you are answering all of the questions, or the main, not so much all, but the main questions that people have before they actually have to scroll down and find out what the answer is. So things such as maybe like how it works, what is the shipping, what is the delivery, what's maybe, what is included in the package, those kind of things. If you're selling a supplement, maybe it should be like key ingredients or active ingredients, money back guarantee, those kind of things that you want to answer before they have to scroll down. Because remember, if you install any sort of heat map or any sort of recording software like Microsoft Clarity, you'll see that 100% of people will view this, and then as you scroll down, the drop-off rate will just continue to keep on dropping off. So it's important to answer all of these questions above the fold. Now, let's move on to below the fold. Well, what we have here is, again, just 3 to 4 benefit sections. Now, these 3 to 4 benefit sections don't always have to look like this. I'm going to show you some different examples of what you can have, but in the most simplistic way, you can always just have an image, a GIF, or depending on how you want to say it, or a very short video showing the product in action. Alongside that is kind of that, and then text, and then copy. And you can repeat this along with the main benefit sections or benefits of the product, whatever they are. And remember, you want to focus on benefits and not features, or if you are focusing on features, you want to make sure that you turn those into benefits and the actual outcome that they're going to get. So you can see here that obviously with this one here, the quickest and easiest way to bathe your dog, headline to catch attention, because most people are only going to scroll. Remember, they're only going to scroll really quickly. And the headlines is going to capture their attention. And then the first line, the first sentence is something which is going to draw them in. Remember, most people will skim read. And, there's a lot of copywriting books out there. One of them, my favorite, I can't remember the name of it, but Joe Sugarman, I believe it is, he talks about the slippery slope effect. And again, the main point of this headline is just to get people to run the second line. The second line's job is to get them to read the third line, and so on and so on. So you want to create that slippery slope effect throughout the whole of your copy. Now, next part, again, once you've done all of your sections, which I'm going to show you some more examples of, you want to have testimonials, okay? Because people like to buy from other people. People are more comfortable buying from someone or a product that has worked for other people. And you want to make sure that you have images. Text just isn't enough nowadays. We are visually based consumers nowadays, especially with the way our dopamine has been absolutely nuked by these social media platforms. So you want to make sure you have images on here. Another thing, again, some people are actually using videos on here. You'll see in some of the examples, but you want to make sure that they are images, and ideally they are transformational. So you can see here, this is the dog absolutely dirty and then the dog clean, right? And then all the products actually in use or being used by an actual face or someone holding the product, because it brings it to life more. And it's more social proof than just having the product in the image. Now, from that, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have power testimonials. Now, power testimonials are how I like to, again, they are designed to handle any objections that someone may have and show the transformation that they've been through. So they were in, the current state, or they're in a pain point whereby, their dog was actually filthy, or the dog used to run around in the field and they used to have to took them hours to clean it in the bath. Everything got dirty, yada, yada, yada. They seen the product, used this, and it's made their life a hell of a lot more easier. And What you can also do in some of these testimonials is handle objections. I was a bit skeptical at the start, but once I tried it and I used it, it was great, yada, yada, yada. Now, moving on, we want to have the comparison part. Now, it's very important. You have to remember that most people, if you're selling a problem, like a product which solves a problem, most people have tried different products to solve that exact same problem. So you need to show how your product is superior to whatever it is that is on the market. And a good way to do that is having a comparison table. So like a why choose us, or what makes us different to everything else on the market. And then what you can do is you can take all of your benefit points or all of the main selling points of your product and put them like this. So you're positioned, right, as the best product on the market, okay? Because when you are able to convince the consumer or the viewer that the only way that they can solve their problem is through your product, that's when you get people to convert. So continuing down, we then have a guarantee. Now, a guarantee can be in the form of, again, 30 days is kind of standard, but it could be a 60-day, could be 90-day money back guarantee. It could be a 90-night free trial if you're selling a sleep-based pillow. Another thing I've noticed that some people actually put in here, which is a very clever way, is framing it as a risk-free trial. Because again, when you frame it as a risk-free trial, they're still paying for it, but they feel like they haven't really committed to anything because it's framed as a trial. You can try it out, test it, and if it doesn't work out for you, hey, it's free. We'll give you your money back. And when you're able to, you got to remember that most people who are purchasing from your store are going to be new customers. And your goal at this point is to basically eliminate any sort of doubt or any sort of risk involved with them purchasing the products. And when you're able to do that and frame it as like a nothing to lose, that's when you get people to essentially cross the line at that point, pull out their card and give you some money. Now, moving on, we have FAQs. Again, very straightforward stuff. Obviously, you just want to take the main frequently asked questions that people would have for the product or for your company and put them in the FAQs. Remember, you're going to be answering these and repeating some of these at the top because the main important ones, you want to do that above the fold. But people who are consuming all the way down here are kind of bought in. And again, it goes in, a lot of copywriters will attest to this. The more you can get someone to consume of your copy, the more likely they are to buy from you. So if someone's consumed all of your copy and they're down here in the FAQs, this just answering a specific question may be enough to just tip them over the edge and get them to buy. So things such as, how long will it take for it to arrive? Most people are dropshippers because they're scared of their shipping time and stuff. They don't like to put this in here, but I always recommend that you should put in how long it will take, and whatever it takes to, on average, like a 7 to 10 business days or whatever, put this in this point, because at least then you're being transparent and it eliminates that question and, uncertainty that would usually put someone off buying. Is there a guarantee, and then obviously product-based ones, will it fit my hose or whatever kind of product that you are selling. Now, next, I personally like to have another CTA, another call to action. Again, if someone's already scrolled all the way down here, you can use a sticky add to cart. But personally, if you just have another, you can do both, like have a sticky add to cart so it follows them all the way down. But if you also have a CTA at the bottom, it just doesn't, they don't have to scroll all the way up just to add it to their cart again. So I like to also repeat the offer at the top, right down at the bottom once they've consumed the content. Now, if we continue on, we've got reviews here. This is just very basic stuff. You can use Lux or Vitals. Vitals is my go-to choice because it's got 40 plus apps already, built into the software itself. And yeah, you just want to put those in there and treat them as, again, like mini power testimonials from customers. Now, I'm going to give you some bonus source, of course. Now, some of these sections, right, you may be looking at some of these sections and thinking, oh man, are these custom coded? Where are these? How can I get them? In terms of themes, right, you can just personally just use a free theme like Sense or Dawn or something. You don't have to go out and buy a theme whatsoever. And a cool part, which I'm going to show you in a moment in time, is you can take some of these sections, obviously not like anything crazy, but some of the basic custom liquids, you can create these in ChatGPT and get something similar. It won't look exactly the same, but it will look similar. Now, one app that I personally recommend that you can use, again, no affiliate commissions here at the moment in time, but Section Store, if you are watching, then, give your boy some money, is a Section Store app. And I'll show you what it looks like. So essentially what this does is it has so many different sections that you can pretty much just buy all of these. So if we look at, let's say, comparison table, if we look at, let's say, where is it, reviews or something. Let's just look at reviews, features clustering. Here we go, we've got comparison table here. You can see here that we've got all of these comparison tables that we can just essentially buy. Right, if I just click on this one here, more info, and it's $9. I mean, you probably spend more than that on food every single month. So, you know, well, I would hope so. I mean, takeaway. But you can see here that you can just buy any of these sections without having to get a developer, and you buy it once and you keep it forever. You can obviously put it on any one of your stores. Is buy it once, use it forever. And again, there's so many different ones on here. If we just look at some of their newest ones as well, or is it new ones? They've got loads of different ones as well that you can use. This is another great testimonial one here. Let's have a look at this one. If you're selling a beauty-based product, you can try it out as well and view it on a demo store, mess about with it. And again, there, $9, you know, and you could have a brand looking, an amazing looking website for, let's say, you know, under $50. Okay, so once you've actually done that, let's have a look at some of these other things that you can essentially have in terms of sections and some more examples. So we've got here above the fold examples again, so social proof. These are just some that you can do and that I found on some other high converting stores. A cool thing is, let me show you something. If we can take this like this is something that I recently just done before I shot this video, is you can take a screenshot of something like this. And if I was to then copy this here, so you can see it in screen, if I copy this here and go into ChatGPT and paste this and say, please give me the Shopify liquid to create something like this. Okay, and most people don't understand that. Like, ChatGPT can do pretty much almost everything. It does take some back and forth though, if I'm being perfectly honest. So it's not gonna work like straight out of the gate, and you will need to tweak some stuff, but it will essentially just give you the code, you know. And what you will have to do is obviously upload an image if you want something like this. And if it displays a little bit different or you want something else adding to it, you just basically take a screenshot and then put it back into ChatGPT and say, here it looks like this, I want it to look like X or Y. And I recently done this a moment ago, and you can see here on this store here, this demo store, basically I created this here. You can see here, I basically took the exact same thing. You can see I created this and added a back drop shadow. So here you can see I've got, you know, my neck pillow feels great, and added a little shadow, and it's got the Amanda, it's got the name, and also got the verified buyer in green. And this was all done with ChatGPT. I can't code for my life, but you can see here I've got all of the code just by going back and forth with ChatGPT. So that's something that you can do. Now let's continue on. You can see here that we've got some benefit bullet points here as well. Again, 3 different stores, 3 different styles. Bundles, you can see here again, 3 different offer types. We've got the famous Blim one. We've got this one, which is laid out in a different way. I'm not sure what app that could be, but I'm pretty sure that these 2 can be achieved with Kaching bundles. If we continue to keep scrolling down, we've got, again, additional social proof. Some people are just using where if it's free shipping or the guarantee, or like I've mentioned, just having a trust badges underneath the add to cart and stuff like that. Drop down FAQs, again, that's pretty straightforward. You don't really need to make much changes to that. But in terms of the benefit sections, again, you don't just have to have an image and text, right? There's other things that you can do. So you can add in something which looks a bit like this. Pretty sure Section Store also has something like this that you can purchase. Again, very simplistic way to highlight the 4 main key benefits of the products. So again, it's a lot more visually based consume rather than a lot of text. Things such as this one, statistics, and a lot of people are using this on their product page as well. If you have a product which needs explaining of how it actually works, you can have like a how it works section, like this store here. Again, 6 steps is probably a little bit too much. I would probably just rather have it in 3 steps. So, you know, first you do this, then it's this, and then it's the outcome, just to make it a lot more easier. No one wants tons of steps, right? Testimonials, again, like I showed you earlier, you can see here that there's video-based testimonials that you can do that I'm seeing on a lot of different stores, and then just also images. You always want to make sure that it's either being in use or someone's face holding it, or transformational. Comparison tables, again, there's loads of different ways you can display the exact same thing, but all of these different brands have a comparison table on their product page, and they're all just stylistically looking slightly different, that's all. Guarantee, I kind of mentioned this, 60-day money back. This is kind of like, if you're selling a beauty or health related product, it's always good to say like results or refund, because people feel like they're either going to get their outcome or they're going to get their money back. So they're not going to be in a negative at all. FAQs, as you can see, just like that. But that's pretty much it for everything on here. As you can see, these are just some examples of some stores. And if this video gets, let's say, 300 likes, then I will drop this Miro board into the comment section so that you can, use all this information for yourself. Now, if you do want help, of course, with any of this stuff and you want one-on-one mentorship with myself and my brother, then feel free to book a call. We'll have a chat, see if it's a great fit for you. If it isn't, no problem. If it is, then we're more than happy to help you implement this stuff and also give you our own theme so that you can, take away all of the guesswork and actually start making some money. If you got some value from this video, then make sure you smash a like on it to help out the algorithm and all of that good stuff. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and any questions that you do have, make sure you drop them in the comment section and I'll try and get through and answer them. But that is it for this video. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.